So we'll get a full view of it early on. A lot of drama on the line here as we dive in. And you're right, the stakes of being 0-2, being up against elimination in the ESL Pro League would be devastating for either of these teams. They want the battle out. They need the good results. Liquid, especially with their somewhat limited opportunities to actually get maps and matches for the cutoff on the rankings. Don't want to get into those MRQs. Ultimate starts strong. Ultimate starts very strong indeed.
Ooh.
Maybe a little overface there from Twist.
Trying to chase the high right there. Trying to keep swinging.
A little much.
No one's watching this late play from Skulls. Backs are turned. Easy pickings on a Nerds. A second not quite found, but Naf now getting chased down. A bit of an oversight, but still an opportunity to route here through middle for FURIA. Naf starting to read into that with the Calwalk presence. No secret about this now. Can't see him. Already made it past the line.
Oh, they actually do give up the site. Instead of anticipating the wrap back around, they're going to play together and rock on through. There's a molly available. Well, okay, there's no molly available. It just has to be Naf. JKS is picking up these dualies. He's going to deploy that. Don't know how much help it's going to be. Not quite the bounce he was looking for. Was at the tight angle. Will find the one, but Cello able to trade. And that one started off with a cheer for Liquid, but quickly came off the rails.
That's a surprise right there. I mean, obviously, for Ultimate, you want to keep fighting there, taking these long-range duels. That makes a lot of sense. What's surprising, though, is a bit of an oversight from Liquid. As Skulls is just able to completely sideline Nerds. Both players' attention turned like everyone was spotted on the FURIA camp, something of that nature. And
my question is, from Skulls' perspective as well, right? Did he see these players getting towards lower? Did they not check? I'm not exactly sure what the pathing and timing would have been there, but I mean, he certainly read the setup beautifully. So, well done. Bit of a concerning one for Liquid. Maybe getting a bit over-eager to close. But I'll have a lot of time to think about that in this round because they don't have anything to do. Ultimate gets some headshots with the Deagles, otherwise round's over.
What about some jumping headshots?
Those are the best kind.
One on the ladder earlier was pretty fun.
That was nice.
Nico.
You're mad if you're the guy he hit with that, but...
Yeah.
Wasn't even looking at me. I hate this game. Was that JL where we had the comms clip of him just...
dunking on CS2?
Literally winning around and he's complaining about the game, man.
Some sort of audio thing as well.
Lock in.
Lock in.
This would be
close out that series.
The craziest highlight. And it's not.
Ultimate had the one Deagle right there. Everyone else just saving on the USPs. And the P250. Did Navi go and win that series versus Tyloo? I didn't check the end result.
I think so.
I do
I feel like the phone would have blown up a lot if they had.
Yeah, that's true. Would have seen a little bit more buzz about it.
It would be wild if they start out their campaign dropping series to Saw then Tyloo.
Well, if that was the case, that would be another reason you wouldn't want to be an 0-2 team.
True.
Facing Navi.
Navi were waiting down there. Navi, in fact, did not bungle.
Okay. That's good to see. On the up and up. Bounce back. Despite a scary matchup there. Some free ecos right there towards the tail end. Good to see him falling. He gets an op because of it there. That's his reward for feasting up those ecos. AWP to start things off. Meanwhile, despite a good start from Ultimate with the pistol round kills, he actually can't afford it on round 3 for the CT side of Dust2.
Oh, he wants to face. They double face off of this, taking a ton of damage from the Molotov, but they're loath to give up the positioning. And I mean, look at this. All this information, knowing that there's a double stack on towards Catwell, just confident lone control now for FURIA, and this is where the lack of that AWP presence might cost Liquid, because they don't really have anything to put the fear in the FURIA squad. Flashbang's good, kills better, but the follow-up can't be there. Yuri, nice trade. Now spam on the work just to give Naf a chance to get up top there. Everybody's here. FURIA want to readjust and concentrate back in. Survey says yes.
Looking to reface here after the second smoke, and a lot of spam comes through. They're going to have a really tough time having much impact out of Skulls and his lurk, but it puts all the extra pressure right now on Quesarado finding his way and fighting his way through this site.
Face, 2 players on. Looking for the headshots here. Nerds stuck at Gandalf. There's not a molly to unseat him. All the utilities actually on Skulls at this point. There's nothing else. But headshots are nice. Now trying to edge around this. Quesarado maybe coming his way. It's the healthy player and Fallen instead, and that bomb is now down. Fallen drops it a little forward. It can be retrieved by Quesarado, but there's lots of bodies here, and now the chance that that plant is gone. The body's soon to follow. It falls to Skulls. No time, no chance, no round.
Yeah, it's a little slow from FURIA right there, and just a tough position from Skulls to find himself in. He was over there towards the top of middle. Potentially just had to work up catwalk at some point in time as this long cross was being attempted. Instead, he routes through long doors and tries to offer up assistance from that department. So you never have any catwalk play. And because Liquid are already rotated with everyone watching the long cross, you also don't get to cut off anybody.
Now we got the op. That retrieved. Out by Car. And Ultimate will take it towards the long fight off rip. Nade trade. Somehow totally dodged by Skulls, or nearly totally. That's that geometry you were talking about earlier.
It's that pesky geometry.
Guessing why.
Well, now that we're on Dust2, it's trigonometry.
How do you... Huh?
The Roka clip. Roka's really prevalent on where he like...
On your brain, man.
Turns his crosshair from CT and throws the nade in through the B doors.
I don't remember this one. You have to show it to me afterwards.
And he says trigonometry.
There you go. Dude loves some triangles. This is coming towards B, in case you were wondering. Liquid are wondering. That smoke. Could be well timed, but they're past it. Oh, the drop down from Naf. Now they're in trouble. Now the B site's lost. Now this is a save. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. That smoke may be a little too deep. Naf maybe a little too trusting of it.
Yeah, that's brutal right there. 2 quick entrants, and the execution power from FURIA is looking good when they throw their utility into this B side. I like the kind of deeper smokes for the B doors, so there's just no real room to maneuver outside if you're trying to look in. And it's so quickly overwhelmed. Got to be able to provide some sort of resistance on this B side, and it's just not available.
Not at all. Delayed hitter. JKS can keep them contained, maybe whittle away some guns. Got a double setup for this, so a little eager to find some blood, but FURIA is not going to give it to them. Not interested.
That's brutal right there. Have dropping in right through the crosshair, and 3 rifles saved is at least a silver lining, but FURIA bounced it back quickly, and obviously learning a little bit about how they manage that clock as well. A little bit of a quicker pace to that last round in terms of the map control. Pressure going to be on Ultimate here. 2 teammates with very low buys, so looking to get some aggression in as long as taken.
Quesarado was like, man, I got away from that scot-free. Yuri's like, oh yeah, this is nice for you. Did you? That's good for you. Thanks. Thanks, bro.
I was a little late around that corner.
Just here, behind.
You know, sometimes when you're the second in, you're thinking you're going to be the one doing the trading. But not always the case.
The trick is you slide past an angle so fast that they start shooting and kill the second guy. That's the true math. And then you
never want to be number 2, huh?
That's how to properly entry.
You know, number 1 makes it to blue bin, where you can sit in the molly, but number 2's blasted by the op. That's the trick right there, guys.
Speaking of blasted by the op is here. The op has arrived. Ultimate on the angle. USP having some impact. Huh? What? No. Not going to happen here. For a moment, you believe when the USP gets the opener, but it's not gonna happen whatsoever. Nerds trying to retrieve this rifle. He's creeping forward. No armor. A1S. Alright. Go off, King.
That's quickly shut down right there. Little jump spot in.
They're like, what are you doing?
No cross smoke, just a cross flashbang. You know, a cross smoke then would lead to maybe a cross smoke being blown up by an HE, something of that nature there. Instead, just a flashbang, that's not going to be blown up by an HE. You're not going to be prepared. You might not even be looking towards long in that case.
Yeah, you let him know, Cello. Whatever that was.
Early timeout for Liquid.
I don't mind it. You're going to get the investment back in. They've looked a little stymied in some of these setups. That last one gave themselves an opportunity, couldn't capitalize, right? Previous, the B set just gets caught on really awkward timing, deleted. Had some aggressive plays in towards the middle to mixed results. No up here. An important one to win early.
So far, Ultimate, you have to activate other than those 2 pistol kills. Where you started this map off of, since then, been silenced even with a couple rounds with that AWP, and especially as you get back into the gun, it's not going to have it here. Going to feel a little bit frustrating there. The economy situation in the air. Flashbang doesn't quite catch Skulls. Nerds not falling back, though. He wants to take a duel. He wants to take matters into his own hands, and that's a huge victory right there.
That's one way to settle down the B defense. Find the impact massively early, frees you up to get a little active. Here towards the tunnels, and Nerds is coming right back into it. They know that Skulls is the lurker, right? So if you've taken him down now, how much real estate do you have to rumble? And they're getting a lot of info. He's going to take it to the spawn. Oh boy. Double swing on Cat. Clears that out. This is looking very good. And you are going to have Nerds just on that fantastic journey. Okay. K-Serrano gone. An ultimate posted on the angle here. Let's just clear all of this out. Now he's top mid. If they're forced back for whatever reason, it's over. So they have to battle forward. They don't know about Nerds.
Yuri.
Desperate for some sort of a pick. Fallen will give it. Yuri now on his lonesome. Gonna be able to get this bomb plant. No, comes off of it, pulls off of it. Finds more damage, but no bomb. Still, the kill might actually be more impactful. Liquid are very limited in what they can do going forward.
Almost lost Nerds as well. He was running through a Molotov to land that trade. So that fake into a molly kill could have been huge. Shed, it's just a lot of economical damage in a 2v5. Like you said, you'll 100% take a little bit of success.
Easy, sure.
Easy-ish.
Yep. Easy. Yeah. Yeah. Confidence is key.
I like the confidence right there from Nerds in that last run. And like you said, it's all off the back of probably just identifying that, okay, well, if we took Skulls down on the B side of Tons, he was playing a very passive location. Well, odds are that means we have some free ground that we can go and capitalize on, and that was exactly the case there. It even looked like there was a moment where they were discussing and processing that sort of information there. But they capitalize on it in time, play off their advantage with that info.
Fallen's on the scout. That's a big limitation this round for FURIA, but let's see. Still cook with this, and here's the aggression up the tunnels. JKS collects. I think he'll be okay trading himself out there, considering it was an MP9. And considering the map control that is now theirs, FURIA totally rebuffed from this side of the map. And with smokes up in towards the long doors, they can't really take anything elsewhere.
There's just so much ground here for Liquid right now to operate in. Just got to be careful here, holding on to that space. Not as easy when the smoke fades away. And so will he, backing out. Here's the utility being tossed his way, and he's probably thankful that he made that decision just in time.
It is so interesting. The cap boxes have given you such a safer route to getting back up on towards A without having to risk that long. Well, I know they're coming. Can I get around ramp? Oh no!
Or just getting like a second player to boost you up, which is always a pain.
Look at this aggression though from Nerds. Oh boy. Okay. Don't go all the way around with it. And actually, this is a heck of a risk from Liquid. They've completely given up B. They're so confident in the map control that they had established. They know there's no one on this side of the map, but with 3 players shifting in towards middle here for FURIA, if they realize that that's Nerds, the player who is aggressive in towards the B tunnels, how do they read this incorrectly? They're still headed towards the A site.
20 seconds, it has to be A.
Don't realize this ruse, and now with presence here, Molotov on, just everything to try and stall them out. 15 seconds, need to get that bomb planted. Ultimate denies the first player on the cross. Bomb's made its way over towards site, but you gotta stick it now. The pogo stick jump here could be enough. Pulls it off, and it comes down to the clutch, but Twists is good for it.
Just terrifying right there.
Was that one easy, Mither? Was that one easy?
It's not quite easy, but the job done. It's sealed in at least. They locked that round up. Acerado offers them a room to move throughout it, and as you said, you know, finding Nerds in that sort of position, it might entice you to try and go elsewhere. I think the clock was maybe forcing FURIA forward into that setup, though.
You also know, I mean, NAF was still alive, right? NAF is usually, Nerds is that more active piece, NAF is that more stationary piece on the B play, so it's not conclusive. Would have been a massive risk to try and rotate into a site you have no information about, so you can't really blame the decision making.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they do kind of get long control and then try and float a couple more resources back towards that catwalk area. Ultimate's been on that perch for a little while. You think he's going to get a flashbang or a peek or something of that, and he just kind of falls off. Okay. He doesn't have an op, right? And that would be a position where you'd love to have an op positioned, ready with a flashbang to go, trying to get active, but that just hasn't been the case yet.
I think he might have also had that moment of realization that he had stuck his silencer a little too far out.
Saw a little barrel.
Little barrel. They don't have any stall util. There's no mollies. So once this hit comes in, they spent everything they have on the Liquid side, really. Twist gets loaded up with 1. Here it comes. Set up that peek over from the B side of the map. Nerds is good for the first, but only the first. Still teammates here. Reinforcements available and on the line. They're knocking down these bodies. So this time it actually stays healthy for Liquid. Only the 1 casualty. And as the scoreline is all tied up, the bank begins to swell.
Liquid defense starting to shape it up a little bit here. Getting past that hero rifle from Cello. Only losing a single player, so that economic damage not quite confirmed. And that was quite sick.
Metro is relentlessly positive in his hype. I like it. I would like him to follow me around in my daily life. Nice, Mike! Excellent sandwich for breakfast. Excellent breakfast sandwich. Good English muffin.
Way to clean up that dog poop.
Yes! Excellent walking route. Noodle is so happy.
That would be nice.
Can I get a Mither? Can I get my own Mither? Great cast, Mike.
He's already contracted to Liquid.
Damn. Liquid, I'm offering you a buyout. I can offer... I'll give you Exeter in trade. How's that? It's the season 36 I am champion.
I'll have to coach.
Yes. Yeah. What are your coaching styles?
Keep swinging. Don't stop. You know, pretty similar to what Liquid have been doing here. You know, poking and prodding, getting aggressive. That would be my suggestion. Swinger B swung here. FURIA have remained very cautious, very slow about the way they've defaulted here. I haven't seen any huge rallies off spawn or anything like that. Nerds feeling like, you know what, if that's the case, I can go and take a lot of info here. They're still outside of tunnels. You have to crawl in or anything. Waiting outside, waiting patiently for the mid-clear to come through. Now that that's happening, they're going to start to finally aggress, but It does bleed a lot of time off the clock at the moment.
Yeah, he's still being dumped. Mid to be split smoke thrown. Oh, with Twist so close to it. Molly to stymie, so in towards Catwalk they go. 40 seconds. Liquid starting to turtle up in towards the site. They still have this control out towards long for JKS. And he's still seeing nothing. Nada. Just a death ball pack here for FURIA coming off of the Catwalk. Nice flashbang. Slows them down a little bit further. And now it sets up the kill. Ultimate to take the first. Ultimate dancing around this. Twist lost in that angle. Do they realize? They certainly do. Cello, lethal on these entries. Time is of the essence. But JKS cannot deny that bomb going down. 3-on-3 in the retake. Serato wary not to give them a headshot angle. Speaking of headshots. Now collects. Player stuck in towards Gandalf. Serato's going to be the key piece. There's nothing to unseat him, but he peeks. And the guns will do just that. Yuri, too many to deal with. Ooh, and that is clinical from Liquid.
They're really feeling these retakes right now. They're really getting loud after these wins. They know that they got that one sealed in. It's yells from the Liquid camp right there and a huge relief. That's a lovely burst out of Ultimate in his AK. Doesn't need enough if he shoots like that, but still losing a little bit of control here on the site and on that catwalk could be a concern. That was the reaction after that retake right there. That's exactly what they need, building up a lot of energy into this camp. That was not an easy hold either. There was no counter util for Liquid whatsoever, so managed to make the best of it.
Yeah. Off posted here. You know what would be coming through eventually? Actually deployed the first round, he got the AWP, but no one came towards long, so I think that's the first time FURIA even encountered him in that forward spot. It's usually just JKS.
Look at this reaction, though. Fast up catwalk from Serato. He beat the timing, but he can't. Ultimate. What a reaction right there. Quick on the draw. He whips his op out right now and using it up against FURIA in a big way.
Exactly what Liquid is looking for from this young opper.
Nurse has done it again. Threaded in that aggression through tunnels. You can't expect it. Skull is completely blindsided. He wants it all. Oh my god.
Oh, you kill the first, you might just get traded, and indeed you will be. This has turned into a shutdown coming through from Liquid, and I mean, again, no sustained bomb plants. FURIA, the loss bonus is mounting, but the cash reserves looking a little bleak.
Offer's looking rough right there. Ultimate caught with a good flashes. I mean, he could have been dead in a couple of those situations right there, but both of them successful. And they continue to be aggression. Liquid feeling confident enough to get away with whatever they want on the map.
Cello has a hero rifle here. Cello with the AK in hand has had some snappy shooting.
They've been giving him the hero rifle for multiple times now. He's had it just a couple of rounds ago as well.
Tip of the spear. Trying to clear in towards lower. It is Nerds here once again. This time different access route.
Completely alone.
Boy. No one on catwalk. Yeah, this is all just Nerds. That's bomb, but can't hold on to it very long. So mission accomplished.
Right there, I call that a worthy trade. Sacrifice of a Tech 9, but there's another rifle now to be recovered. And if you're FURIA, you're quite happy with that deal. Now, Serato has a bit of firepower to wield in this round.
Don't let them spool up. Got them right where you want them, Liquid. Oh boy, commit to the mid-fight. That's exactly what Serato was waiting for. Baited in, and Serato closes, and now the flashbang. Brilliant. It's a disaster for Liquid. The bodies all dropped in middle, and Naf now got to make his decisions. Can't deny the path towards a bomb plant, but he could maybe put in some work. It's only one more round to play, so there's no reason not to risk this. Naf aware. Naf knows there's a player here, and he'll deal with his old teammate in Skulls. Nasty ass Naf starting to creep towards another clutch, but two more targets to find, and that bomb now ticking. Putting together the pieces, though. Trying to bait that peak, but it's just a Tech 9. There's no reason for Fallen to move early. Cello is a long distance play. No smoke to cover it off. The bomb planted for him. This should be settled business.
Simply out of time. Gonna have to run away here. Worth the shot of you. You're falling, going for that last kill. Not a lot to lose if you're Naf in the last round. And a closeout coming through. That bit of aggression, and again, I'll give Nerds the benefit of the doubt here. I think he is deserving of making a solo move if he wants to, sure. How he has looked throughout this half. But it would have been lovely if there was an ultimate AWP there boosted up on Catwalk, something to at least facilitate some extra resistance right there, because when you're up against pistols, and you know this is going to be half buy with Tech 9s likely included, that is a danger zone to play alone.
Certainly is. Whoa, speaking of danger zone. All right, Ultimate goes hunting this time. Flashbang to set him up and Fallen.
There's the boost.
Dropped on down. Here's that boost. That's what you wanted. Quick flick. This time not as successful as the last catwalk flick.
Punish though, walks away with his life and a little bit of extra ground here, resistance.
Channel smoke's being set up, and actually Ultimate comes around on it. K Serrano crouches into the crosshair. Ultimate on the move, shifting this op all around the map, keeping it mobile, keeping it active. Response is they want to take some space in towards B, but it's Naf who's here, and he spotted presence, so this is going to send the bat signal up. The Ultimate signal. Get him back on the angle everywhere they turn. It just feels like this op crosshair is waiting for them. That's how Skulls is going to try and get his space out, but
okay.
And now Ultimate connecting on the second dip on in, leaves it all to Yuri. Close the half here for Yuri. And a brutal clutch to try and win out 1v4. Some time to cook with. The isolated fights are what he needs, and so it's desperation here. A tag puts him on notice. Next bullet will end it. And spam through the door will be more than enough. Liquid with the lead as we swap.
Flow penetrates egos with the dark and the broken. Meanwhile, the hell smoking. Whoa, let me get my roaching. Been promoting the green and the purest herb. MPs get vexed and they swear they words. On daytime telly when they blur with her like word. I rep mine, got a sword for the dagger in the best way.
Baby, if you want me, I will be right by your side. Baby, you can call me. You can call me. Now the sun which makes my moon shine. Love like that, you're always gonna make me feel right. I never met a boy like that.
breaking the neck when we in the car next. That bars, need a fibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight gap. I'm reminded of my state day back.
As he turns it, nice headshot.
I still need a live Portuguese translation. French, I can do a little bit. Portuguese, not so much. It's looking good for Liquid. A 2-round lead for them, but far from unconquerable here as FURIA look to get plugged in. Heavy long fight looks to be destined. It'll be tested by Twists, but he doesn't want to commit to it. Just identifying the presence. A little hop, skip, and a jump, and now he will hop, skip, and jump his way away. Seems like catwalk is the general idea here. That smoke not blooming fully.
Got the flash set up for Quesarada. Oh my god, his USP. On the USP right there.
What's wrong with his USP?
It's got a little hanging USP off of it and it looks ridiculous.
Little dingle dongle. Yeah, the charms do look dumb, but they're gonna rock them. And Yuri gonna let the gun do the talking. No charm needed. Oh boy, dancing around behind the boxes. Yuri continues to collect out from long. These closer fights not necessarily going their way, but Fallen eventually does find what he needs. His player's low and continuing. Yuri, just the executioner here. The Grim Reaper, he collects 4.
Yeah, that's incredible work there from Yuri. Some great distraction and delay from Fallen to follow it up as well. Just holding down the line for so long on that side proper while Yuri is not the target. He's not the primary player taking these duels here. So while they're so distracted on Quesarada and Fallen playing whack-a-mole there, as Yuri just plucking them away at range. And FURIA on the CT side able to win the pistol. Getting off to a hot start. Both pistols now won for FURIA as well.
That helps. That makes life easier. Unless you lose. In which case, if you win both pistols and you lose, that is...
No good.
Doesn't feel great.
Yeah.
It's not ideal.
It's a good point. Winning is a lot better.
Winning is better, as it turns out, folks. Especially being as this is your map pick. Decent idea here. Smoke out for the cross. Yuri, though, going to get nice impact off of that HE. Woohoo!
Early game plan here, shut down. Trying to maybe elevate above that. So he'll definitely have a chance to fire up here. If they're not cautious, if they take that corner a little too deep.
They seem to be very cautious.
Yeah.
They're scared.
There's that second smoke. That one's going to do just nicely.
He's going to play ahead of it, though. He's going to swing. That might have been a little bit too much. Bit of confidence. Flashbang's good. Molotov force nerds forward. And now the crunch back in comes from FURIA. That B element was just a little bit too late to hold their focus, to hold their attention. The middle players are gone, but if you can get this kill, a bomb plant might still be possible. That is labored. And eventually the reinforcements come through.
I know. What I love about FURIA right there in that round is they do take these fights towards middle, and sure, maybe Yuri jumping the gun on it just a tad, but most of all, you see eventually that everyone comes to fight through middle. And despite some decent utility, it's just too many targets, it's too much numbers there for FURIA with way too much firepower compared to what Liquid were throwing down at them. And that's an important way that, you know, now we see Dust2 a lot more played out. Mid control here for every team is so much more important. Teams will just completely leave the B side to shut off mid to Bs at the entrance because holding mid at the double doors is a lot easier than holding it when they're scaling out wide in towards middle on the CT side or the T side.
Near full deco. Ultimate saves, presumably thinking about the AWP. We got the palm flash being held. So if they get this space, they're gonna get blinded.
That's going to be
just
nice.
Oh, wow. 200 damage nade?
That's
200 plus? Oh, that utility damage is going to be popping. I didn't even realize how, by his standards, slow of a game Quesarada's having.
Yeah, a bit of a tough time there. What he did do with his 2 of his 4 kills was when the AK was picked up, he used it quite nicely against Liquid.
Impact is good.
So that was a very impactful moment. That kind of slowed down the momentum here of Liquid on that first half. the setup there. Nice flashes for Fallen. This is good that he's going to be the one getting these ecos with the MP9. Already chunked up by the utility damage. Well, that's a good shutdown as well on the other side of things for Twist.
Still doesn't really feel like this is ever going to get towards a bomb plant. Nope. Indeed, it will not. K-Serrano does collect on one of his nade kills, assists on everything else. You fix the sleeve. Little stretch. Nice hot pink sleeve.
It's pretty sweet.
Kind of fly, not going to lie.
Yeah.
Contrast with the black jersey as well.
That'll definitely pop.
Ultimate's got the B spawn. Oh, nope, he's not going for it. Changed his mind.
Where is he heading? Try to get aggressive here. His counterpart definitely wielding an op for the opening stages.
Looks like Skulls wants to go through. Nope, just goes for a little bit of spam, backs away. So puts him on notice.
Did he take 40 damage from his teammate's AG right there?
I think that might have been a nade pop to then get the quick shot, and they risk the damage for it.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of oppers actually try and pop the smoke and see if they can get deep lines in towards the back of B app, or B plat rather. So maybe that was the intended counter.
A little bit of a risk for sure. Fallen, so blind, lucky to be alive. Oof. That is going to be a missed opportunity here from Nerds, but so much damage is going to put him on notice, and now the pressure's coming through. So Fallen burns. Still player out towards Goose. Good headshots onto Yuri. They know they've got K-Serrano painted into a corner, and Ultimate will paint him out of it. That bomb will be planted. FURIA very much out of position for this retake, and Machello already low. How much of an appetite are they going to have for it?
I don't think any. I think they're calling this one a save already. Going to hold on to their weaponry. Most of all, though, Liquid getting explosive in this round. Early punch through middle. Love the idea there of selling that distraction after a little bit of mid to B play already being shown out. Some conditioning from Liquid, but there is so much presence ready to fly up catwalk right there. And a molly heat to cover off Fallen and capitalize eventually on all that damage. Make sure he's never in a position to shine with that A to BP. And thereafter, quickly overwhelming that site. Liquid looking to knot it up once again at 8s. And this remains neck and neck. Both these teams coming up with some good adjustments here. The saved rifles, though. We'll get another investment out of this FURIA camp for the CT side. Gonna be missing some bells and whistles, though. You don't have that fallen AWP. Instead, it's a FAMAS. And op shot rolls out. And no good here on the opening.
You do like those bells and also the whistles.
You like both.
You don't like when I sit down on my chair and it shuts off my monitor for a moment, though. That's less fun.
Wonder what the bells and whistles of that interaction are.
A working display cord, I guess.
It's just like the cord right there is just a bunch of cogs moving the display. And then, you know, when you sit down, it maybe disrupts it.
Perhaps. We're still trying to figure out the exact interaction here.
Only temporary blindness.
Temporary blindness. Just a little, just keep it interesting. Keep the mystery alive.
Yeah, that was the first time I felt like it was really suspenseful. You know, we saw the op shot pop off towards long, and when we came back, I wasn't sure if it was going to be a connection or a miss.
The audience right now is like, what the hell are these guys talking about? Don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
Just got to keep that secret.
Keep that secret. Keep it safe.
Just
this round has got a lot of
closely
responsibility.
to every time Mike sits down, if you hear it.
3 players bunched in towards the B site. Means that it is light presence here on A. 25 seconds hitting the clock. It's going to have to be Fallen and K-Serrano to hold on to this one. And here comes the exec. K-Serrano, nothing to deploy. Fallen, nothing to help him. Desperately trying to get these kills, and as Molotov sail in, he's burning. Finds one, but Fallen traded out as well. It's a good result for Liquid, and it's an insta-save call from FURIA.
That's an impossible way to hold cat now in the modern day with executes up catwalk like what we see here. Rifles like that, you're going to need a miracle to shine up here. You're going to need some big impact. And sure, you know, maybe you can trust that K-Serrano and Fallen can combine their efforts right there, but
maybe if Fallen had an op.
Exactly, that's what you need, right? You need the AWP to be helping out in some sort of position. Otherwise, you're just going to get overwhelmed like that. So a little bit unsustainable in that department. So, I mean, that does queue up, but you obviously are kind of going for a bit of a gamble. I actually did know it had the CS logo.
Football.
But
you're never looking at it, you're just kicking it.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Has that shaken your beliefs?
No, not really. I'm not like shaken to the core. I'm surprised I've never seen it.
New World Order?
Yeah. But you know what? I always come in from, you know, the T side kicking the ball. So I imagine, you know, you just don't actually see the logo.
You're not analyzing the ball.
No. See, this is the path I would take right here.
Yep. Okay.
And
yep. Coming in for a kick. Oh, you're not looking at that logo.
No. Yeah, I'm coming through from the car route as well. So
yeah, no, understood. This is where you're hidden. Get a good firm plant of the foot. Oh, good firm plant of a bullet to Yuri's head. Tried to get aggressive on the catwalk. Nerds had it instead.
I gotta see how Skulls has taken this damage every round.
Every round. It's the same. I think it's the same nade pop on the smoke.
He's just sacrificing half his HP though every round.
It's like he's a warlock. You know, he's got a blood pact. He has to just hurt himself to get the magic going. Really? Unfortunately, the spell not really very effective so far.
It would be nice if he pushed in and took the space in towards tunnels.
No. That's too much to ask.
He's just playing from half.
This just has not worked actually in any rounds.
One day.
Maybe change up the idea. If they had just rocked up catwalk here, this would be another situation where I just don't know how much impact FURIA would be able to have. They are betting on Queserado to be able to hold long and cat and just about everything else. They're betting on this mid setup. And it might be a bet that's paying off. Fallen burned out, but not killed. Counter molly on. Liquid are reading this wrong. They're headed in towards the heavy site. Now, heavy is a relative term, but that makes it a lot easier. Fallen just alleviates a ton of the pressure, and now it's Skulls on the angle. They got nothing to offset his aim. They need to get this kill. He's got his pound of flesh, and Cello's still tucked in the corner. Now Fallen on the door, kind of distract. Liquid have played themselves into disaster. Do they clear car? They do. Wow. Disaster averted, at least for the moment, but there's still problems on here. Twist gonna punch in those numbers. He's got to do it. Denying the space out towards the door. Fallen trying for some desperate D shots just to keep their attention focused, because look who's coming out the tunnels. It's Queserado. But now, Fallen gone, it is just Queserado that they need to focus on, and Twist, the bullet is perfect. Dinks exchange, but one of them has an AK in hand. That got very rocky for Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Twist for recovering that one in a big way. He's the difference maker. That card clear is absolutely impressive. I mean, that setup right there from FURIA, the amount of resistance that they do have, it probably should have been enough, but Twist is just too diligent. You're not going to catch him off guard right there. Covers off the massive vulnerability, the big bait setup that was coming through. From that point forward, at least it stabilizes in that round.
Final timeout going to be called here. City getting in their ears. Trying to find a solution, because this is quickly hurtling out of control on FURIA's map pick. Meanwhile, comfortable for Liquid.
This would be a big result for them in this series as well, because I think Dust2 has been anything but. Again, when this map first came out, I was kind of excited about how Liquid were playing this, but obviously it was a much different team. And much different look right there. Skulls, this time not going to take the sacrifice of half of his HP. He's just going to take the whole thing. They're out B. This round's over. It's 11. All it quits.
Looking rather donezo. Yuri's going to try and say something about it, but he doesn't know that a player's already in. That a player's already window. Oh, boy. Nerds. Is he going up over? Or is he just waiting? Patient.
He's got a smoke still.
They have to wait for the bomb to actually get back around and in position. They're wary that an under push could have come in. It hasn't. Oh, this smoke is going to be so effective. Unless there's a guy already through it. Whoops!
And even more fun for nerds.
Ecos? You're telling me there's ecos out here? Well, Cello has a gun.
Every time they've been with the hero rifle, it's been him rocking the hero rifle.
He's binding himself.
That is true.
They're not dropping it over. They are putting faith in his gun, and this time that faith is not rewarded. Lethal on the hunt are Liquid.
Light work. Now no need to scream there. This is looking like business as usual for Liquid.
Yeah, they're pretty calm.
Yeah.
They were popping off
with
the first.
With the neck and neck nature of that first half there, they were getting loud, they were getting hyped with some of the clutches, with the retakes that were required. But now on this T side, they've just been overwhelmingly successful when they've gotten rifles out.
Yeah, this is when you really got to worry about them. Just annihilating you. Okay, Ultimate denied his first shot. That might send Quesarado aggressive in towards the longhouse. Aggressive positioning, but this three-man lean. Skull's playing close on the tunnels here, just with utility. No smoke pop this time. He'll keep his health.
Gonna get explosive here. And that Molly's gonna be really valuable in denying some access here. Austin early. Skull's still playing the jiggle angle right now. Deep smoke as well, so trying to fight forward within that smoke, but we'll see if Liquid respect it. It seems like so far so good. Skulls has done enough to offer up some deterrence utility. And this is going to have to change the direction, but that's going to be a change of direction where they have to recover map control.
Okay, there's an immediate adjustment from this, which is Nap coming back. I was going to say Nerds drops the bomb because he wants to get active in towards middle, and if they left it there on the stairs, that would have been a big problem. But communication's on point. Still, the vision from Fallen's up could be huge. Nerds picks his angle. Oh, it's a tag! But no kill just yet. Caught the lip. Means that they're going to be taking this space. Fallen's been able to fall back towards ramp, so he's got a comfortable spot and a smoke. Well deployed. Gap on it. Nade punish. Quesarado just under this. Fallen strikes first. Quesarado smoked up, doesn't have vision, but they might overlook him here. Fallen continues to rattle him off. But they have to brave him once more. Whew, and he will collect at that. Bomb will be planted. Should be planted. Might be planted. They've got Cat to play from, but you still don't want to test Fallen. Oh, unless you're named Ultimate. Apparently. Finally deals with that thorn in their side, plucks it from their paw, but they need more. They need more, and there's a lot of bodies from FURIA coming their way. Falls to Naf. Too many to find. Too many targets. Can't get the transfer up. So FURIA, it's not clean, but they stay fighting.
Able to hang in there right there. That's what they needed to hold off against the Catwalk executes as well right there. That Fallen AWP, even though eventually shut down, sets it up into a 5v3 and is able to provide a couple nice opening picks right here. This is the first good flashes on Liquid to try and scale up Catwalk, but Fallen just offering up too much resistance. And that AWP positioned correctly is the big difference maker for FURIA to hold off against that Catwalk aggression. Also some great utility damage from Quesarado to back it up. Gonna try the fast B right now. Is that what they're going for? Again, heavy tons presence here to start off this round. Last time Skulls tossed in a quick molly to shut that idea down. This time, no molly available for him. Just aggressive rifle setup to try and punish.
But he's good for it. He's good for it. Eventually going to get run down, but space in towards B still denied. Cello behind him. They'll mount up, climb up and over. And we know how well defended this site can be. Molotov to keep them out of the window for the moment. And a long rotate from Quesarado. They're going to have to wait for. He took the longest possible route to this. That is going to slow down this retake from FURIA.
Oh, back in towards Tons right now. He's going to try and meet him where he's at. A lot of Tons repositioning. They're all coming in from one direction.
JKS has just cleared this. He's just cleared this. But as he slips away... Oh, audio cue. Guns dropped. Guns dropped. He should know. Now the utility comes around, and they certainly do know. Everybody's here. Bodies spotted, but the kills have to come in. And Justin Savage is not up to the task. Time?
Wait.
Is there enough? He's got the kit. It's right down to the wire, but Fallen is good for it. An extra second of delay might have been the difference between victory and defeat. By the tips of their fingers, FURIA cling to this, and it was Skulls who started the party.
Yeah, that's a huge double right there from Skulls, man. It's a pretty aggressive setup from FURIA as well, just doubling up, attempting the kind of high-low setup right there between the back of plat and close Tons, and works out well for them with Skulls and ignoring the flashbangs. Ultimate couldn't quite assemble that boost perfectly.
He got the info, but yeah, not the opportunity on the shot. Nice nade.
That's what it is for some of these rounds as well. It's a little NAF nade tossed in on his location.
Knowing that Skulls likes to stick his face into that B tunnel. Need you on this.
Oh my goodness. Caserado under pressure. JKS not letting him stand safely. No casualties just yet here. Are heading straight into this fallen AWP. You'd have to imagine, though, that utility on the T side going to be good enough to force him off the line.
Twist has this control towards the middle. They're coming back. And a nade pop, but no one to spot behind it. Twists. Dodges the spam, at least for the moment. He's drawing so much focus here, and he's passed. He's passed. Come the checks. Flashbang for it. Gets a kill. A second as well. Massive impact for Twist. Now he has shattered the middle of this map. It has to be Fallen. Misses his first shot. His second as well. Now under pressure. That long presence not activating just yet, but NAF is coming for him. And he's got to be aware. Making moves. Making noise. Keeping NAF stationary for the moment. Do FURIA risk it? Or are they playing for OT? That op is gone. The save is called. FURIA. They got this closer. They dragged this into contention, but now they're facing disaster. And the chase is on. Yeah, Liquid are hunting. Liquid are eager for this. Nerds wants to put this away here and now wants no guns into the next. But he gets popped on the nose. He gets punished. Will he still be this ambitious? Because if these guns are taken away, there will be nothing for FURIA to play with in the next.
I think they'll be safe. Hiding in the B site right there. Safety to be found right there. Not safe from Twist and his wrap towards middle, though. Again, when we see some of these setups right now looking a little bit rough for FURIA, it's at the hands of some of these mid to B fakes coming through from Liquid. They're drawing out these players into CT spawn, finding success on the catwalk execute, and I mean right there, not only do you have a flash play to push the smoke into the mid to B setup, Twist punishes that. There's still 3 players on B at that time. It is just Fallen completely alone on A side. Oh, no tag this time around though for Ultimate. Safe cross for one. Nerds getting out towards long, quick play for him. Molly to meet him as well. JKS falls in the meantime, and they should know there's a player in blue bin. Flash is looking good, disrupting the setup. Somehow Nerds still finds a kill. And he's out, away from the HE, he's out of there.
Wow. Like a shadow in the night. This kills everything. This kills everything, and NAF's got it. Now mid is wide open. Pressure on the Skulls. They're trying to come in to support him, trying to throw some desperate utility to give him some space, but for Fallen, it is just that desperation. This MP9 and an op shot through the reassembling smoke. Yuri's come out towards long. It's so heady. It's so tentative, but Skulls gets active. Knows he can't just fall back on his laurels, but the bomb has slipped on by. If he can get out and around, and it can indeed, this can't be denied. A bomb plant. They won't plant for Yuri, because he's fast into this. They're wary. They're so wary of him. It does pull them off the plant for the moment. Now both players on towards catwalk. Twist is going to plant it more open as a result of that. Set up the post. There's no lone presence. They're paranoid of it. But both these players are coming in from catwalk. They're playing together. Skulls gets forward ground towards Gandalf. Time's the issue. They both have kits. Spot from the catwalk. Carr silences one. Yuri can't chime in, and now he has to regain all that space that Skulls earned. Falling apart for him. There's no opportunity for it. Twist puts this one to rest. Liquid strike first on Dust2.
Yeah, a fantastic T-side right there overall from Liquid to get them across line. That's both pistols lost on this map. Their opponent's map pick, a map that Liquid just haven't really shown a lot of force on. We know they have the rifle presence. We see what Ultimate can do when he's heated up right there. But most of all, I think well, you just see Spirit dominate.
I really think they should make Harry just do a full map of freestyling.
Freestyle, sing-songy,
yeah,
broadcast out of the beat.
Can only do lyrics, no normal casting.
To the beat. I think you'd have fun with that.
I think he could cook.
It sounded great. I'd like to see more duet, though. I wanted to see the rest of the cast there.
I mean, Yanko has a lovely soprano.
Yeah?
Yeah, he just doesn't like to whip it out too often.
Saving that one for the opera.
This is going to be an A plant. Mostly because there's nobody here. See, the key to taking a bomb site is to have nobody on it.
The key to retaking a bomb site can be the same thing.
Ah, somehow I don't think they're going to get that. I don't think FURIA is just going to leave now.
No.
But if you kill them all, there will be nobody on it, I guess?
Yeah, that's what they're gunning for right now. Got the last flashbang just put it on play. No smokes for this bomb either, so it's just going to be fights through the flank.
This is a risk and a half. Now you need to shoot your way out to pay it off. Bombs planted a little awkwardly as well. Gotta get these kills quick. Do have that kit. It's on Nav, but he is low. Now he is dead. And now it's just twists. And this one is going by the wayside. Ain't no chance here in this pistol. And remember what we talked about on Dust2? You know what feels bad is winning both pistols and losing the map?
Yeah.
They did that.
0 for 3.
They did.
They did. Yeah, FURIA got both pistols. That is a little bit frustrating. That's why I kind of give a lot of credit to that T-side that they were able to pull together. Not easy to do without a single pistol in that first map, but you know, Liquid, I actually see the vision here. When you play full retake on A,
Yeah.
you know how this map is very T-sided.
Sure.
You're just switching the roles right
Get
there.
to be the T's?
Yeah, the issue is you are executing into a 5-man stack
Yeah.
from FURIA, which would always favor the CT side.
Yeah, if they caught that one guy in main, maybe.
Yeah. But I like the idea of just reversing the roles for yourself.
You're seeing the art here.
No.
Seeing the brush strokes.
He's not on this team anymore.
Oh, been a minute. Been a minute. Part of that classic brand, FURIA.
Vintage FURIA, even.
Vintage. It was fun talking to Quesarado about, you know, playing NRG, the likes of OC over the years, in many different forms. The history there of that vintage FURIA roster. Now FURIA reborn.
Reborn, revitalized on Anubis, maybe.
Kind of feel like he gets two. Nope. Okay, flashbang's really good. Okay, that's a really nice flashbang from Quesarado because that's a nice angle to fight with a 5-7. And instead of, I think, JKS getting 1 or 2, you get a bomb plant.
Yeah, he did a good job of dodging that first flashbang, right? But then that second one comes in, and yeah, that's just great utility from FURIA to nullify any of that pain that could have come through from the 5-7. There's always that second flash nowadays. First one for the dodge flash, second for the peek. When is it going to be that you need to throw 3 flashes? Because they're just going to start dodging the first 2.
That's when you really fake them out and you throw 1 decoy, no flashes.
Oh.
They dodge it, you shoot them in the head while they're dodging. And then you force them to be checking, and then you go back on your cycle. So you use 1 flash, 2 flash, decoy flash, 3 flash. Keep mixing it up. Keep them guessing.
That could be really good.
I'm getting motion sick. I'm moving my head with twist now. I think I'm stuck like
That's how you stabilize, so.
I don't think I can
You have
stop.
to follow the horizon when you're getting motion sickness.
Well, you just look at the horizon.
You're an expert sailor, right? So
I am, yeah.
How do you avoid it? This is a useful tip for me, and I imagine a lot of people in chat.
Okay, so on a boat, ideally you stay out in the open. You don't want to go down below. As soon as you go down below and you have the motion without the sightline and the air, you're going to feel a lot worse. So yes, looking outside of the boat, keeping your eyes on the horizon, keeping your eyes on things outside of the boat as you move is also helpful, because then you're not like watching the whole thing with the movement. You're kind of default stabilizing. If you're on a boat and you start to get motion sick, the best thing you can actually do is steer.
Oh, yeah, it's like driving a car there.
Ooh. Very similar, yeah. If you put someone on the helm and have them drive the boat, that is a great way to deal with seasickness.
Yeah, I'm personally like I like to drive first of all, but I like to drive most of all because I get to avoid the motion sickness. Sometimes I'm in the passenger seat trying to pretend like I have the steering wheel.
The real trick is just the more time you spend on them, the better your sea legs will get. Obviously, there's a baseline. Some people just get horribly seasick and cannot really cope with it. I've only gotten seasick in very specific instances. One time I was working on the boat. I had a full spaghetti lunch. That was a mistake. We had a rough day on the water. And let me tell you, not a good combination. I still had to work like another 6 hours. So I just... sick as a dog all day long. The other day, Yeah, the worst seasickness I've ever experienced. Hold on, nerds. Can you make them hurl? With the first, running out of bullets. Yeah, okay. That's the round. So the worst time I ever experienced, it was on a long ocean race. We were doing the Annapolis to Bermuda race. Took us about 6 days and 20 hours in sum total. And about halfway through, we had a really rough day. Like gale force winds for about 20 hours. So 20-foot seas, the boat's just going whoosh, boom, down. And we had, again, it's always food-based. Oatmeal in the morning meal. Didn't sit right with me. Then we're getting thrown around, and I'm just sick as a dog for about 12 hours. I'm still doing what I need to do, but I'm just feeling awful for about 12 hours. And then that 12th hour hits. I finally get sick enough that I just lean over the side in the heaving surf, lose everything that's in me, and then I felt great. Everything was fine for the rest of the trip. It's all good. We did take a wave where I was sitting in the cockpit, and the wave washed so high that it was up to my shoulders.
Oh my gosh.
That was a fun trip.
Insane.
The ocean's a wild thing.
You got any races coming up?
I see the only problem with this job, much as I love this job, is planning is somewhat difficult. So I'll find out closer to the summer when I have a better sense of my schedule.
Never know where you're going to be.
Fortunately, I'm gonna get some sort of trip going in the player break because I didn't do much of any sailing last season and I need it.
All right, now FURIA are sailing into this T side.
Mm-hmm.
They've got some nice winds going in their favor, but it is an ultimate AWP. He's played a bit of a weird angle there, and it does not work. He tried to late swing into that duel, but they're going to take a lot of pace off the back of that opening pick, and they're starting to run it down into the bomb site. Lots of damage done, and it will be capitalized on. FURIA trying to fill in the holes, but now into a 2v2 with quick reactions from Liquid. They're going to have to slow this thing down.
They're leaving. They're leaving. Cello knows he's got the space out towards B, and Liquid are dumping what utility they have to try and reclaim this ground. Maybe some nades can be picked up. Nerds has a molly. And he's going to chase it. But this is going to get kind of weird when you hit the shift. Oh, falling back on the angle. Misses his shot. Looked like it was dead to rights, and that could have been the round over. Done and dusted. Instead, now they can start to path. Cello's coming in on this fight, trying to go in for the clear, but does he think it's vacant?
Oh, no.
All going to be about the timing here. And now past the crosshair, footsteps given over, but Fallen. Oh, the sidearm is enough. Still, they know where Fallen is. And a smoke to cover that. This is going to be the stick. If he had the kit, you'd think it was almost done. But instead, Fallen's coming back through. Desperation on the Molotov. Does he realize the player is close? Fallen! Oh, right on the edge of disaster. Pulls them out of the fire.
It's like the Swiss Army knife round right there for Fallen. He gets one kill scoped in on the trade, gets a kill with his pistol whipped out, and then a no-scope as a cherry on top.
I gotta be honest, that late swing in from Ultimate that started the round, I don't... With a flashbang, I guess,
okay.
But with no flash, just dry swinging that in, that feels like such a miserable way to take that fight.
Yeah, definitely interesting to see the delayed peak. Had a chance to take a shot. This is incredibly aggressive here. Left and right channel here for Caserado and Cello, but it's just going to be a round done and dusted right there. Quickly shut down. FURIA continued to take these rounds with pace here. This is so much quicker than how they started things off on Dust2 as well, where they were slow defaults here and working the map control, trying to delay out rounds, bait the utility out. This is now just quick aggression for the first 5 rounds of Anubis. And that change of pace looks like it's catching Liquid a bit off guard right now. I like this tempo from FURIA. Especially on a map where it's so easy to default from. You know that you're going to get aggressive peaks. But no, they kind of flipped the scripts here on Anubis. And Liquid caught a little bit surprised. Fallen keeping his distance, just trying to hold on to some extra kills here. Looking warmed up with that op now. 6-1 start for him.
Yeah, he's looking nice. He's looking nice. I think that last round's going to be a confidence builder as well, right? Got a little tentative at times, but when he's on point, that is such a feather in the cap.
Caserado as well. I mean, now you got Fallen firing up. You got K-Serrato finding some entries. He was a little bit quiet there on Dust2. Those two trying to work off the back of each other on that CT side. Had some good moments, but for the most part, Liquid were doing a good job of catching him out of position.
Ultimate's going to go for an aggressive look down middle. His utility to unseat him, but yeah, there's the flashbang, there's the peek. Now he's got the vision. Ooh, scoped up. Rerouting, knockout. Oh, Fallen's right on the other side of this. Another flashbang on the angle. Knows he pulled one off. Molotovs to rumble him, and now you got to back away.
Another flashbang though for him. Oh, and HE to do the trick right there as well. HE for the smoke to be blown open, for him to find his target and win versus Fallen. They were duking it out there, trading fist for fist, and finally the connection comes through.
I love that idea, though, for Liquid, right? Okay, you're young Opera. He was having a strong Dust2. He's struggling to get involved here. Commit a ton of resources to giving him those favorable fights in towards mid. Get that kill going. Get the blood flowing here for Ultimate. Give yourselves the 5v4. It's well worth it. Oh, an aggressive maneuver. Decent trade there. Twist's lost, but shutting down the Canal's control slows down FURIA, and again, we're seeing clock get low. About to have 40 seconds on it. A resmoke. That was too much. That was too much. That was too much. That was the overheat.
Yeah, that was a heat check right there in which FURIA quickly cooled him down, trying to take it all. Continued aggression. As you said, trying so hard to get Ultimate activated. There's only a single defender. It's just Naf lonely on the bomb site now. Smokes and Utility starting to head his way, and there's still a lot left for FURIA to dispense.
Ultimate started the rotation. He's going to go all the way around in towards CT, but with these smokes up, his vision won't be there. There's nothing to pop it.
Molly's good.
Player up from Cave. Molly is so very good. You're absolutely right, but they don't expect a Cave player. There's no time. There's no time. Ultimate's just collect one as well. This one's over. FURIA did not leave themselves enough clock. They can make it expensive, though. Oh, this op is so valuable. This op, did he live? Did he live?
I don't know.
That's tense. That's tense. There's no money for Liquid, right? If they lost Ultimate there, that would actually be such a problem.
Can't wait to find out here. See if Jello knocked him down. I think maybe the round just expired.
I think he lived. I think he lived.
Yeah, it definitely has the op still, right? So all good there. Running up against the clock. That's what FURIA fall to. Liquid remain very active even as things start to fall apart. Oh, man. Ugh. JKS looking a little bit frustrated right there. The continued aggression and winning that round finally on the board for Team Liquid, but calling a pause afterwards. Trying to keep their heads up high. But I think CT side of Anubis here, especially if a team is playing as fast as FURIA has been, an op in between the aggression right there. If you're catching these op duels, like Ultimate just did in that last round, it's going to be very impactful in shutting down some of those fast plays. So that's what they're gunning for. Nice HE on target there for Fallen.
They're just trading them. Are you throwing 8 stairs? What are you throwing 8 stairs? Smoke. Oh, beat the timing on it. JKS hears this, though. Is able to back away. Is able to reset. Now he's got a teammate to flash for him, but Flash is back. The other are a little bit better. Pressure on for Twist. How does he stay alive? How does he stay fighting? Ultimate trying to get involved. Popping the smoke, but risking himself in the Molotov. The health is so low, but for the moment, at least, they have kept FURIA from getting out of this choke point. And now everybody's here, ready to brawl. Is there a flash? Oh my god, Nap! 2 stacked up. Impact on Ultimate chimes in. Numbers are starting to look a little rough here, and Yuri is low. They want to commit. They don't have a second element, and they're wary that a flank could be coming through. Now Molotov isolates up Twists, but this MP9 can cut through these low HP players, and the op will certainly do so. The defense holds up, holds strong. Upgrade available there for Twists, and for Liquid, that is a huge sigh of relief.
They're just getting where they need to be in time. It's chaotic. It's pandemonium, but they are in position to shut it down. Naf even involved in this A-side defense because of the quick rotates that we're seeing out of Liquid. And because they're stalling out, I mean, that's, again, a lot of credit right there to Twist. Tossing in the smoke right there on the Molly and distracting them from the back of Cake. Finding ways to keep them at bay. and such a crucial crossroads. Again, we're seeing FURIA with the hero rifle on Cello right now. He invests into this one once again, placing a lot of faith in him, and now being able to deliver on Anubis is a good look. Continued aggression here. Flash catches his teammate. There's that rifle, stepping in there, identified as the pistols hide. Cello gets a couple of chances to pop some shots off, just forcing them away from this duel. Spotting out a lot of Canal's presence, so that could queue up the aggression out of B main. That's exactly what they go for here. So now, good steps in the flow chart right now, but out towards the A side for 2. Doing a lot of damage. There's a rifle that capitalizes on JKS in a panic to try and recover, and he gets a multi for his troubles.
Yes, indeed. Can he deny this bomb? That's the question. The survey says yes. Survey says yes, indeed. And Yuri completely isolated from his teammates, from his comrades. I mean, there's no point to living, so you might as well get busy dying. And so he will serve himself up to the ace of JKS. We love an anti-eco ace.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he does as well, right? Looked after the back of that timeout that there was a little frustration from his camp, and coming through with an ace, being able to defend that bomb site so successfully on all fronts. Great work. Even that little utility there from Nav tossed in, pretty effective.
No plan for you. 433 damage round.
A whole lot.
Good for the dark.
They got a couple of pieces looking good right now on Liquid, shutting down some of the play. We'll see if they want to continue to get in the face of FURIA at the moment. Put a lot of attention in Canals in this position right here. Ace Rider gonna walk through that smoke.
Oh, just as they've given up the space too. They trust that smoke a little bit too much, and now there's 2 players close up on towards the E-box. Now the execute comes in. Oh, nerds caught out. Why those close players? And this is pretty rough.
I mean, Anubis a little bit retakeable, but this is going to be a challenge. They got a lot of utility, but no mollies to get them out of position.
Problem is how long these A players are going to take to get active as well. They want to get back in towards that B main control. That makes life a lot easier. Go up above the smoke. Then you don't have to see through the smoke. You don't have to pop the smoke if you go above the smoke. Altitude is key here, folks. Altitude, very important. Much like in flying a plane. JKS is wrapped all the way through spawn. Ultimate hasn't moved, expecting them to come out of E-box. Are they just playing contain on this?
Low. Yeah.
They just want to take the guns away? Seems to be the idea. Effective so far. Nap's going in super late. There are no survivors. No time for the stick, but no guns for FURIA.
Definitely the best way to lose a round right there if you're Liquid taking everyone down and surviving with 4. But
no money.
FURIA going back to their explosive nature here on this T side of Anubis. What has been working for those first 5 rounds is very aggressive off-spawn calls and then commitment. I think crucially you have to add the commitment part to that, because sometimes they've been stalled out and that's been leading to some hesitance in the continued aggression that's allowed for Liquid to reposition and rotate quickly. But this time they just take charge into the site, find an entry to back it up.
Much like in any relationship, crucially, you gotta add commitment.
I thought it was communication.
Also very crucial. There's
Probably
multiple
number 2,
C's.
though, if I had to imagine. You know, commitment is probably first.
I mean, it depends on the relationship. Some people aren't into that.
Fair enough. But that has to be communicated. So you know what? There's always a balance.
Oh, it always comes back into the C's. Do you know what a pirate's favorite letter is?
R.
Nay, his first love be the sea.
Oh, got me. I should have known. I should have seen that coming.
Nerds better be laughing his way through this one. Bye-bye, Quesarado. Does he get away? Scar-free? Scar-free? Oh, a little more for the road? Oh, you shouldn't have.
Don't mind if I do.
Cello on this fade. Cello on this fade.
He's stuck.
Coming through. JKS on the other side. Player to support. Flashbang for it. Well, never mind. Just headshot him. That actually, that works just fine.
That'll do. The volley coming in is some extra assistance right there, but the job mostly finished. 25 on the clock, so this one likely going to be camped up towards middle. Hello, nerds. Where on earth could they be?
Pirate walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, you know you have a ship's wheel in your pants?" Pirate says, looks down, looks back up at the bartender and says, "Yar, it's driving me nuts."
Counter-terrorists win.
At least we got some disapproval right there. I thought it was just great. The pirate pun's coming out. This is very, sea related.
Yeah, you put me back on my sailing days. There's boats on this map, you know? It's Anubis. We've got boats.
We got water.
We got water, yes. Pan out. Show me the boats. Show me the boat money. Oh, we cut away. Limiting J&Z's art here as we hit the timeout.
Well, FURIA trying to stay.
There's the boats. A little dinghy right there, a little inflatable. Little rigid inflatable boat.
With a motor on it.
Classic outboard, yep.
Feels a little fragile to me.
The boats?
Just an inflatable boat with a motor on it.
Well, you have rigid pieces of it. So the piece that the motor's attached to is a rigid board in the back. Okay. So it's not attached onto the inflatable stuff.
That makes sense. A little stability there.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to stick the blades of the motor straight into the pontoons.
Otherwise, it'd probably pop.
Wouldn't recommend that, but it's fine. It's nice thick material. Honestly, you can hit those things into rocks. They're fine. They're strong. Much like this hold might be from Liquid. Let's find out. FURIA feeling strong indeed, but they've just got the pistols. It's messy. Twists. Flying forward. Does he realize he's past the player? He realizes. A little too late. Yuri will punish him for it. He was so blind for much of that round, and Yuri might have just done it all himself. It falls to Naf. Naf had him isolated for a moment, but now they're redoubling, moving on over, doubling back, bailing on out, and he'll have to redouble his efforts into this one. Though he has beat them on the timing. Haha, such a sense for these things. And he's going to be a lot further along than they expect. Crossing on the right position, though. Now they know. Comes down to the gunfight, the double fight. He doesn't have enough bullets in the gun. Yuri's got him. Ooh, desperate on that. The FURIA claiming much needed T-side Anubis rounds.
Yeah, just not a lot of resources right there to bring to the table, but managed to make, with what little they have, incredibly useful. Most importantly, Yuri. Yeah, he was poking.
Just had full vision of him. Maybe that's a view model situation. Maybe that's a 4-3. I don't know what to plays on offhand.
Probably just looking at his crosshair.
But yeah, that was Yuri's just sticking out. Hello. Oh, where did I find myself? Oh boy.
Taking that, and they'll be taking a nice little round behind it here. We'll see who closes out with a little extra towards the tail, but Nerds up on the smoke is beautiful to open things up. The quick chase down, pulling into the site, but he just plays so effectively behind these smokes. Nerds with 3, dancing in between them. And Quesarado is all that they have left. A couple of kills offered up back. Nerds looking to close, but it's actually ultimate from the sideline right there to finish the job and send us into the side swap.
Pirate's drinking at a bar, Cole, and bartender starts asking him some questions. Says, "Hey man, you got a lot going on here. I bet you have some crazy stories." He says, "Yeah, you've lived a colorful life." The bartender says, "Well, how'd you get that peg leg?" "Ah, 'twas the Battle of Burgundy Bay. Cannonball took it straight off." Much like Nerds might be going straight in towards B. Was hoping this would be a slower run, to be honest, but he's taking heads straight off. Pirate Jokes can wait, because I don't think they were anticipating to have this much success. Nerds just takes the whole site for himself. It was a stack on the A site, and now the bomb's going to be planted.
This is the best position they've been on a pistol in a long time here.
Just keep going. Okay. They don't know. Kisserado doesn't expect it to be that far forward. Pale him that far forward. Come on, guys, what are we doing? I think will be attempted. Flashbangs to set it up. Buffon's the one who's got armor, so you'd like him to go in, and well, he does, to death. Demise and destruction. No kit, no chance, no hope. No opportunity, Nerds. Judge, jury, and executioner of this pistol round, and finally, Liquid get themselves one. This is the first of the last 4 that they have claimed. And with that, FURIA might be in real trouble.
Nerds interrupted your
he did. He was just so quick with it.
But it was for good reason right there. Jumping headshot onto Skulls doesn't give him a chance, and then continues to aggress downrange. And it's just a whole highlight reel from Nerds all the way through, from start to finish. This T side pistol. I don't even know if that was the intended game plan. Like you said, they had to quickly run back into that B bomb site because of Nerds' ground.
So anyways, the bartender says, "Oh, wow, that's crazy. What about that hook for a hand?" He says, "Was in a duel with my longest rival, Long John Silver. Cut it clean off, but I still won the day." Wow, that's incredible. What about that eye patch? What happened to your eye? Oh, that a pirate pooped in my eye. Pirate? A parrot pooped in your eye? Why would that make you lose your eye? Ah. 'Twas me first day with a hook.
That's good. That's good. Well, there you go. I mean, much more pirate-themed jokes to come. You got a bag full of them.
That's what we got here on the B stream. B stream, and the B stands for pirate jokes. Oh, what about stack on up? Eco Farm coming through. I like the idea. The 4-man totem pole is impressive. Call that the up the mast play. But now Cello is the lone survivor.
Who was in the crow's nest? Is that Cello because he's the only one living?
I guess so. He's stranded. Yeah, upon the beach. Just a lone man, all his mates at the bottom of Davy Jones' locker. But washed ashore on the harsh horizons of Anubis. Cello must try and find his way.
Is there any buried treasure in these sands? Well, there might be.
Might be. I think that's just a MAC-10.
Hey, there's treasure in the MAC-10. $600 every kill. Extra bit of firepower. Gun's worth its weight in gold. Oh, it was Skulls on the top right there. Tough to get much out of that boost when the flashbangs are heading your way.
Captain Jack Skullsrow, they call him.
He's going to need to grow that hair out.
Little giggle. They know it's a funny setup. Doesn't quite work out, but it's a nice idea. We are all knotted up. Here's the rifles. And they keep the MAC-10, which is interesting. Kisserado will hold on to that. Where is Kisserado playing that he has the MAC-10?
There towards
A.
The A side.
If you take some control towards A main, I mean, the tucked anti-flash angle can be quite good for. Don't know about back fountain. Though I suppose if you pick your timing.
Yeah, you just got to let him get close to you. Or have a fair MAC-10 versus MAC-10 duel.
Long-range duel.
JKS and Queserado. Could be coming up here, but this is a decision from FURIA to start 3 players on off the gates. And now they're finally looking to actually re-aggress here. That's a key part of the setup right now. A little delayed, but they will choose it. Is it going to be in time? Because there's a flashbang almost certainly turning that bend.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, just going in dry and dry. They will be destroyed. Absolute desolation here on the A site. A save triggered for the remaining 2. And the Liquid can't believe their luck. They are waltzing into another bomb site, planting that on down and guaranteeing the lead.
That timing couldn't have been worse for FURIA right there. I mean, even a second earlier, and that's a free kill on a JKS with his back turned, but instead he's ready to go with this MAC-10 up against 2 players without head Kevlar. And that is a nightmare scenario.
Hey, Cole.
What's that?
What's a pirate's favorite kind of socks?
Hold on, let me think for a second. I want to get this one.
Okay. Ponder.
Okay, go ahead. Give it the
Argyle.
Argyle?
Argyle. Argyle. No survivors!
I don't get that one.
Do you know what Argyle socks are?
No.
They're like the plaid socks.
Okay.
That doesn't hit if you don't know what Argyle is.
I have no idea what Argyle. I would have never got that answer. Yeah, I know like wool socks. That's about it. They like dress socks, maybe? Fancy?
Kind of, yeah. I'll pull up an image of what Argyle is. Another boat! There's boats everywhere, if you know only what to look. The world is full of mystery and wonder, if you've got but the eyes to see it. Nerds has the eyes to see headshots. Oh my god, he doesn't even need to see them. He's still going to find the kills. Nerds demolishing this. He ended the first half with a nice play through the smoke. Admittedly, there might not be much behind this play this time, but Nerds is continuing to just destroy them.
Yeah, started the second half with a 4K, ended the first half with a 3K, and now he's just going to be able to have some fun on this T side.
This pattern is Argyle.
Okay.
It's like a diamond plaid pattern. Nothing doing here.
Not quite.
This round from FURIA, about as interesting as Argyle socks.
Yeah. A little outdated. But most importantly, needing to improve here, needing to show up for FURIA on this defense. But it's difficult, man. Again, that's the best time for Liquid to win a second half pistol, already to close the distance. And 5 rounds on a CT side of Anubis is going to be something that they'll love to work with. Now having a lead into 9 rounds. So confidently shutting down with their bonused weapons, upgrading onto, A1Ss for JKS. And their money's getting out of control. FURIA know that they need to slow the roll down.
Hey, you want another pirate joke?
Let's hear it.
Slow burner. So, famous pirate captain, let's say his name was Nafly, sailing upon the seas. He's taking on a new cabin boy in the last port. Seems like we're actually getting into this round. This is a pretty tense round. We'll save it for the next pause. Save it for the next pause. I'll keep
Nerds is going to disrupt you again here. He's going to play quick and
he's going to do it.
I mean, opening duels. Everyone heading in towards that B side. So I think no matter what the case is, it's going to be quick. It's going to be basey. They're going to get aggressive.
Quick hitter. Quick hitter. 3 players are here though. It's a decent defense. Here comes the exec, just trying to hit it, just trying to disrupt. Cello finds one blind. Yuri able to chime in for the next. It's looking good so far. No disruption right now onto the remaining FURIA players. Good nade, but that's the first step. There's a lot more to do. And for now, it seems like Liquid have been rebuffed.
Yeah, it's going to have to be Plan B. No opening access granted there. Great start from Cello to open things while blinded up.
Ouch.
JKS is laughing right there.
Look at that bomb. JKS, no, get that bomb. No, you need that bomb.
He doesn't need it if they're going to save for the rest of this round. Maybe looking for something extra there for a kill or something of that nature.
You do have money, right? So if you can peel some away from the CT side, it might honestly be worth losing your life. I don't know if the save is necessarily the right risk reward here. Nerds, they're coming out A main. Ooh. The timing on this could be brilliant. It could be good, but it's very nice for Fallen instead. Scoped up and ready for that particular drop-down maneuver. So now Nerds' position denied. JKS thinking, I actually have no clue where I'm supposed to go with this. Might as well try B.
Like you said, just doing damage right now in this situation would be nice here for JKS. It's not got the bomb and only 2 on this side. In good trade position. Oh.
Now the rotation's going to come in. I was going to say the lack of Ebok presence means that he could isolate these fights, but no. Clean, as you like, for FURIA.
That's the perfect start to their CT side, and Endeavor's back with the guns out, off the back of a timeout. Easy shutdown, all 5 survive. No questions asked. Liquid were looking for a quick punch into that B side and are swiftly shut down. They're gonna have to do this the hard way, it feels like. Double Mac-10, what are they doing now? What are they doing now with the double Mac-10 on the gun round? Well, fast B maybe didn't work. What if we speed it up a bit towards A? Waiting behind the molly, but as they wait things out, they're going to get explosive here. Once again, decision made off a spawn here for Liquid. Flash on the Fallen. Oh, it's just a leg shot though. The mobility of the Mac-10. It chases him down, and now Kaserado on the back of the site. He's just dead as well. Those 2 Mac-10s used perfectly against the A setup. Liquid get exactly what they're gunning for.
If your first quick hit don't succeed, go to the other side. try again. Bomb planted, ticking away. FURIA looking at double digits on the board for Liquid, looking at their money, still in a fairly precarious position, if recoverable. Especially with all the util that'll be saved through. This one's getting very nervy. If you're a fan of the Brazilian squad, it has not been looking good. And we know this Liquid team, they spool up more and more and more here on Anubis. Looking like we could be getting the 2-0. I don't know if I've ever actually looked at the roof in here.
I haven't either.
That's nice.
What a find.
A little hieroglyphic action.
You know what else is nice here? This skill right there from JKS, jumping above the scope, getting legged, but being able to valuably take down that AWP presence. Both of those Mac-10s, I mean, that's just pure aggression right there. Run and gun, get in the face of the defense. And that's what Liquid are looking to do right now with how they play out this T side of Anubis.
That's the trick. You just jump over the op bullets.
No need for flash. I mean, they did throw a good flash, to be fair, initially.
That helps, yes. But if you can vault the AWPer, Saquon style,
yeah,
be good.
Yeah, running backwards right there, and then
jump over them.
Jump over them so you can avoid the flashes.
You get paid $20 million a year. That's the next key piece. Nice nade pop on the smoke. Shot in. Oh, good flash, wow. But the trade is there. Twists. Good redundancy to keep his teammate alive and to find the kill back the other way. Now mid-open, that forces the adjustment from Kaserado. He has to be aware of this. That means he's not going to be able to get quick in towards supporting his B players, though now he starts to move. They're going to risk it, leaving mid-open, but it's maybe at the wrong time. The adjustments come through from Liquid. They're rotating.
It's so gambly right now in the reposition. After losing that mid-fight, they just stack up the B side of the map here. Fallen putting a lot of faith in himself to defend up against this A side attack, but this information play coming through from FURIA might be threaded in just in time here. If Liquid remain a bit slow about this, they're going to rotate over. They should be rotating over.
Kaserado's starting it, but it's going to take him a long time to get here. And if they just get util in towards camera, it's going to be very tough to do anything about this round. Fallen's trying to slide in. That Molly airbursts. Oh, the missed thrown Molotov might actually be a difference maker, but blinded up. Fallen can't find his first shot now. Ooh, right over the box. Nerds how to play. Does this coax them in towards the retake? It's still risky. It's such a risk, but it's sometimes you need to make a move. And you've got the numbers on Fallen, trying to make them even more favorable. Liquid gain forward ground. Huge find for Naf. Till over, the fly back in. Naf, ears ringing, still finding the kill. Looking for more. Battling forward. Time becoming an issue. No kit on Kaserado, but there is on Fallen. And that op shot will ring true. But this next shot could finish it. Ultimate just trying to find time on that bomb. Just needs to keep them off of the defuse. That's all he has to do. Oh! He will find the diffuser. He will find the round. Holds his nerve, peeks right past Kaserado and dares him to do anything about it.
Oh my god. I can't believe that's how he goes for the clutch right there. Doesn't look to kill the player standing right in front of him. bypass a player like K-Serrato of all players and gets away from his crosshair long enough to threat the kill onto Fallen.
That's sick. That's so sick from Ultimate. Stone cold, man. Little smile. Cracks a little smile after that.
Not.
Well deserved. All right, here's our timeout. You ready?
Oh, yeah, for the point.
All right.
Yeah.
So the famous pirate captain, Naf, brings on a new cabin boy. They wake up one morning. On the horizon, there's a sail. Pulls out the spyglass, looks out on the horizon, and sees it's a Navy ship. So he says, "Okay, cabin boy, go bring me my red shirt. It's time to prepare for battle." Cabin boy goes, gets the red shirt, brings it to him. They fight with the Navy ship. They're victorious that day. The next day, 2 sails on the horizon. "Cabin boy, bring me my red shirt." Puts on his red shirt. They go to battle. They are victorious. It's tough odds. The cabin boy says, "Sir, why do you ask for your red shirt before battle?" He says, "Oh, it is so that if I am wounded in the heat of battle, the men will not see the blood and lose heart." Next day, 3 sails on the horizon. "Cabin boy, bring me my red shirt." It's tough. It's tenuous. They nearly lose everyone, but they manage to make it through. They clutch up, shall we say. But on the 4th day, they look out on the horizon. There's 15 sails. 15 sails. Captain Nafly pulls out his spyglass, peeks out at the sails, realizes they're all Navy ships, closes the spyglass, turns to the cabin boy and says, "Cabin boy, bring me my brown pants." FURIA might need their brown pants at this point because look at the space that's been taken by Twist. He's all the way back into CT. He's got it all. He's seen everything. Skulls doesn't know which way to turn. He knows he needs to duck back in towards Temple for cover, but look who's coming through Temple. It's Nerds. And, well, okay, Nerds is weirdly looking the wrong way. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. That might be seeing them through this day, this desperate day. But B has been lost, and with Smoke's now up, Twist knows he could be a nuisance.
What?
2 kills found. The impact is enormous.
What?
And now that pulls Skulls further back, he has to deal with Twist. It means they can't even get stuck into this retake.
Yeah, they're going to be needing their brown pants here after that one. Oh my god. That is so brutal. Twist just ripping 2 heads clean off, and it felt like he was in a position where he was surely done for. But he doesn't bleed. Instead, it's FURIA. And they're going to be giving over 4 chances at series point every time that they need this guy here. Same case on Dust2, where he was on an island. He had to bring some impact. He was able to do it. And now he does it again with a massive 2-piece.
Does Naf want to hunt this up? Ooh, can Naf get anything out of this? Up on the line? No. No. And that was the one opportunity to really get this hunt. So FURIA, at the very least, will keep these guns fighting forward. But now they need 4 in a row to even get the chance at overtime, to even get the chance to make a series of this. This is just map 2, and FURIA are looking down and out. They're lowering the flag. They're raising up the white flag of surrender. The sails are torn and tattered. But there might still be a fighting chance here. They've got the guns at least cold. They've got an opportunity.
They got to remain flawless here in just about every one of these fights. There's Liquid coming up with so many different ideas on how they shut these rounds down. Last time, pacey play in towards middle. This time, trying to move it up E-box. Trying to take control here. Yuri up against Nerds. But for now, Smoke's tossed in. When you see that smoke, oftentimes me and the T side gonna look to push past it, push inside of it. Everyone else is positioned right outside of this B set, and at some point, if you're Liquid, you're going to feel the need to get aggressive on the execute. Skulls is getting a flash set up here. In fact, Yuri's with him. This is going to be aggressive right now. They're dodging the flash, though. They're so prepared for this move. Now it's Skulls trying to fight for his life, but bested as well. Ball on the backside of the site with the AWP. Offers up 2 in return. A chance back into this round for FURIA, but only a chance here as it's still a 2v2, and they're getting the numbers punched in.
So that second from Fallen, that is such a gift in a hopeless situation to even give his teammates the opportunity. Now they withdraw. There's kits on both players. There's a Molotov. It's not going to cover off enough. Even with the smoke, this is going to be tentative based on the plant. Player from CT crossing through. They're letting the time wheel them on by. Want to be careful, want to be diligent. Flashbangs into the angle, but Liquid know they just need to play off this bomb. They don't need the kills. They just to make sure you don't get them. And now time is starting to run out. K-Serrano has to get stuck on. Nade to pepper him up, and the spray down isn't there. NAF will put them through. Liquid the 2-0, get their first win of Season 21 of the ESL Pro League.
Just about enough health for that clutch right there. Then again, another fantastic key side offered up by Liquid here. This time on Anubis, more understandable, but shutting things down with so many different game plans, so many different ideas.